your unit, and then move into special teams on how this fall camp is going, and maybe the jump that you've made, and some of the differences you see in this fall camp as opposed to camps that you've participated in the past.
So start with my group, special teams, and then the jump.
Yep.
Fall camp. All right. So when can I start?
Whenever you're good.
All right. So I think our DB group, film is the best in the nation. It's the best one I ever played with. You got Jaden Williams, you got Philip Dunham, you have Bugs, and you have Dede Hill. I feel like anybody could play any position, really. I feel like Phil can go down and play corner. I feel like Dede can go back and play nickel, and I can go back and play safety. I feel like everybody is versatile, and there's really no limit to where we stand or what we need to do. So if one drop off, then I think another one could pick up. But besides us five, I feel like we have depth too in the back end. We got Mike Antoine, we have Chris Tooley, Fabo. We have a new recruit, CJ Hurd. He was a highly recruited person. He's pretty good so far from what I've seen during fall camp. But I just think, you feel me, we can do whatever. I think our group is the best. We're going to have a lot of rotation. I feel like nobody's going to be able to throw over 200 yards on us in a game during the season. So I'm really high on us and as our unit. And our coaches help us. They stack days. They create us, make us, mold us to be who they want us to be, but not change us totally. Just like fix us a little bit by bit, not try to make us who they want us to be, who we already are. And I feel like that's the best, you know, just to help in tune, create you, to make you feel like you don't have to be anybody else, just be you, but a better you at that. So I really take my hat off to Coach Helm, which is my nipples coach, Coach Harris, which is the DB group, and then Coach Gibb, which is the safeties coach. So I'm really proud of them and grateful for what they did for me since I came. And then
Special teams? Well, wait, before we go to that, you're one of the few guys that when you go back to work on special teams, you're with the guys that you've just defended against. Do they trash talk, or do you let them know that you won the day before, or how's that relationship?
nah, it's all love when we get together, because you know at the end of the day we all one big family. It's not like we're competing against each other. Really, it's just, okay, if you're better than me, then you're just better than me. Like, it's not really a big deal. So I feel like some days they'll get me and some days I'll get them. It's not really a like, oh, you suck and you feel me, I'm better than you. It's really all one love. Like, and sometimes they help me. Like yesterday, Omari was telling me about what I could have did better on the inside stem and stuff like that, and I tell him like how I play defense and stuff like that. So we really help each other. It's not really like a competition in that aspect.
Okay, the return game?
In return game, Coach Beatty, he's probably one of the best coach I ever had, because I'm an old school. They just put me back there because I was a great kick returner, and they seen me and they were just like, look, just go put me back there at punt. And that's really how I just started playing punt return. And solely I like punt return way better than the kick return. I don't really care about kick return no more. Like, it's really not really big of a factor to me. I really want punt. But so when I was in punt at Kaiser, they just told me if the ball up, it's going back. If the ball got nose coming down, it's fall shorter. So that's really all I knew. And I was just back there catching it. So, but with Coach Beatty, he's teaching me a whole bunch of stuff. So I felt like that would help me become a better punt returner, you feel me, and stuff like that if I'm the guy he wants, or if not. And if it's not, then that's cool. I just support my other teammates, because, you know, at the end of the day, we all trying to get to the same goal, trying to win a conference championship. So that's pretty much.
How hard is it when you, on defense, you get that stop, and then you know, okay, my teammates are running off the field, but I've got to go back and take care of punt return. One more step.
So generally, sometimes if I'm too tired, I just automatic fair catch. Like, catching the ball is not that hard. It's really what you do after it. But so that's really the big deal. It's just if I'm too tired, sometimes I ask for a sub, and sometimes I just go back and fair catch it just to possess it and not try to do too much with it.
All right. And how about the jump? We talked to you a little bit about it in the spring. Is the fall much different than what you anticipated, or about what you thought?
Yeah and no. So in the NAIA, you really don't have a CARES Act, so they can have you outside to literally whenever they want. There's really no rules to how long they can have you. So some days we'll be out 6-7 hours. Other days will be shorter, but for the most part, it's like a longer practice and stuff like that. So I feel like this is easier just because of the rules that we have. But it's still hard, but you know, it's not as bad as over there because we didn't have no rules, so they literally just did whatever.
All right. Anybody?
Versatility is the name of your game. You're able to be a dominant figure, like you said, on kick and punt, but also you could play anywhere on defense. And how do you think that just being able to make yourself available has played into your game?
I feel like being versatile is the greatest thing you could ever do with your life. Not even just in football, just even as day-to-day basis. Like you could go home, you could be a lawyer, but when you come home, your wife needs something fixed, you can go ahead and fix it and have to call somebody to do it. So I feel like me being versatile helps a lot with my game because it's not like, okay, you can do this, but only this, and like nothing else. And who wants a guy like that? You want a guy who could do multiple things at a high level at that, so and not be far of a drop off. Like if I go back to safety, you're not gonna be like, okay, well he might be a problem back there, so let's not just hold him. He's the best thing we got right now. So let's just, instead of me being back there, be like, okay, he's gonna do the same thing he did at his real position. So I feel like that's the best thing for me.
Seems like every day when Coach Rock is posting the Takeaway Kings on social media, your name is always on a graphic. It seems every day you have some sort of a, whether it be a pick or a fumble recovery. How have you been able to make yourself known throughout camp and just really playing into your strengths?
Attack the ball is one of our spears, one of the things we have, pillars that we have in the program as a defense. So just keep attacking the ball. Like if you keep punching the ball, eventually it's gonna come out. And if you keep being in the right spot in the coverage, eventually the quarterback's gonna make a mistake and throw it, and you're gonna have an interception. So basically, just being in the right spot, just keep on attacking the ball. So hopefully, one falls out. If you attack the ball 10 times, at least 2 will fall out. So that's just keep on attacking the ball.
And then special teams make special plays. We all know the saying. Being such a dangerous return man, how do you really attack that into just when the ball's in your hand, your whole goal is to get the best field positioning or just dance in the end zone at the end?
So I really watch a video for like game day, like in the morning when we're in pre-practice or whenever we just sitting around chilling before the game. I watch a little punt return video or kick return, and that's really where I get my motivation from. I just watch videos and just see, like, okay, I could do this, try something. I'm really just out there trying things, to be honest with you. So for the most part, it's just watching videos and just being ready.
Is it the Tavon Austin mixtape?
It definitely is.
You talked about the coaching already and what it's been able to do for you at FAU, but what do you feel like the coaching's really unlocked out of you as a returner so far, at least?
So far, because sometimes I feel like if the ball in the air, I wouldn't really know where it's going, so I'll just like coast to it, and then I'll come late and then have time for the defense, not the defense, the punt team to force a fair catch. But Coach Beatty teaching me how to beat them to the spot, get there, so I know where the ball is going, so I can hurry up and get a jump on the team. So basically, short punt, long punts I take, and stuff like that.
Well, good. Thank you, sir.
Thanks,